Yeah, man, really proud of the defense guys. I mean, I know statistically probably wasn't great. They were out there a whole bunch. Man, those kids fought. You never saw one time on the sidelines their head go down. You saw a lot of encouragement. You saw a lot of excited to be out there and play ball. We saw some guys that haven't really played much step up and make some plays. Super proud of those guys. And maybe offensively, we'll be able to piggyback that and try to catch up to their level and put some points on the board and move the football and play as a team. They played well. We did not. You can attribute some of that to their defense. It's a pretty good defense. They do some really good stuff. I think if you look at the stat line, they're top 30 in most categories defensively prior to this game. So hats off to them. We got some stuff we got to work on offense and work it out and try to figure out what we got to do next week. But really encouraged by the team and how they operated and how they played. And, you know, you look in that locker room, there's some guys with their heads down that are hurting, and that's a good sign. And I appreciate that our team, how they're responding and how they're fighting.
Any updates on Zane?
Where am I on that? Can I comment or no?
Kind of up to you.
Yeah, I mean he's got an injury. It's an upper body injury. I'm not quite sure the severity of it, but I don't think it's, from what I was told, I don't think it's like something he's going to be out for the season or anything like that. I think he's going to be sore for a few days, and then we'll reassess and see how it goes.
We asked you about Haas a couple of weeks ago. Is that really something you really watch his recovery, and do you anticipate him soon?
Yeah, my last conversation with him, he wanted to play. So we'll see how it works out and when that's going to occur. I think he's walking now, and I think he's going to try to improve the strength in his lower leg and see what he can do. I know that he told me he wants to play, so I'm all for it.
That said, it sounds like maybe the next few days, at least at quarterback, is kind of a wait and see situation.
Yeah, wait and see, and we'll just figure it out. We have Bowen who came in there at the end, and we have Sam will probably get a little bit more with his little package. We had a little 7-play package for him that at times hit on a few things, but we'll see how it goes. This is all new. We got to get back and assess and see where we are and who's available and try to get a plan moving forward and get ready for the next one.
Did you feel like they were maybe, because you had done some stuff with Sam last week, maybe a little bit more ready for it?
Not really. I mean, it wasn't gimmick stuff. He was actually going in and getting serious as a kind of a quarterback. It was a little bit more run flavor, but some of the stuff he was doing was like stuff that we do. And we're just going to have to expand on that package and see where we go from here with him.
When you're in the week and you have personnel changes, decisions made by players, what's that like trying to game plan when you know who you have, who you don't have? Did that take a
What do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a box of chocolates, you know what I'm saying? Not a Forrest Gump reference or anything, but like, yeah, I mean, you got to find foundational plays. You have to make quick decisions by Monday and go with what you got, the information you have at that time, and if someone becomes available Tuesday, Wednesday, then it's a bonus. So I know one thing: there's not a fan or anybody on the planet that likes to hear about an injury report. No one cares, and that's okay. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get these guys going. I just love the players. They're just, with all the stuff and a game like today, and looking in their eyes at the end of that game right there, that's encouraging to me. So yeah, we didn't do well on offense, bad. So we're going to go back to the drawing board, and we're going to put 120 hours in. We're going to figure it out, and we're going to move forward. We're going to give these guys confidence and go tee it up, and play the next one.
What are sort of the first steps in getting the offense going, do you think?
Well, I'd like to be able to run and pass and play catch. You know what I mean? But just again, maybe just it's going to be difficult for a day or so to probably answer some of those questions because we don't know what direction we're going to go, especially at the quarterback position. But certainly probably need to look at our our run game a little bit more in depth and get a little bit more foundational there, and maybe dial back on some of the other stuff to try to gain an advantage and just play foundational football, and try to help the defense out and play team football. Going 3 and out, however many times we did that is not good for the defense. It's not good for the team. So again, hard for me to assess actually until I watch it and we sit down and talk about it. But we're going to find the players available. We're going to work super hard and dig through and find some plays that are going to give us a chance. And we just need to improve on offense, do a better job.
What did you like about how Clint handled a really difficult week, I assume?
We sit right behind you. I got to say something good. Man, hats off to him. I mean, could you imagine a short week like that and having to speak their language immediately? And it's kind of like going to a foreign country and knowing their language and you walk through the door. So he did a good job simplifying. He rallied those guys. I mean, you could see the energy they had over there, even when we were down. I mean, he's a really smart guy. He's a really good motivator, and he's good with those kids. And I think he had a great plan. And numerically, it wasn't good, but again, it was partly because we couldn't move the football. And a lot of 3 and outs on offense, so we got to prepare and play team football. But for him to go in and have that kind of success, have the sacks he had, and the turnovers and the picks and all the good things, I mean, they look pretty good over there. So I think what will happen defensively is under his guidance, I think they'll get better and better and better and better, and he'll get more confident. He did a great job.
Anything else?
Just looking big picture, has this week just kind of felt like you're managing chaos with all the changes and players in the portal and different things like that?
Not really. It's just the way it is. It's just the price of doing business, man. It's what we do. Those guys that in New York, NASDAQ, they're on the floor trading stocks. That's the way it goes. You just got to do the best you can. I mean, it's a great job. There's a lot of people. You think about it. There's 130 P4 school or Division I schools. There's 10 full-time coaches per. That's 1,300 jobs in the whole world. So I'm very fortunate to be sitting right here and be a part of it. So the workload and figuring out portal and all that stuff, that's just part of it, man. You know what I mean? That's the job.
I want to ask you one more question about Sam. Just his willingness to embrace his role has changed from game 1 to now. How impressed have you been with the way he's embraced what you're asking him to do?
Yeah.
And is he someone you could see, depending on Haas, that he could play more snaps, a lot more snaps?
Yeah, I think so, and we'll see how it goes. But he, he's prepped at that position for several years, so he understands how to. He's the one kid, like even as a receiver, he's got his iPad out, he's taking detailed notes like he's a quarterback as a receiver, because that's all he knows. So he knows the language, he knows the signals. We're going to have to probably open up the playbook to him and not be a gimmicky this and that thing, and let him be a quarterback, moving forward, I would say. And he's a pretty good one once he has a full package. And Coach Johns will do a fine job with him. We'll get it going. Now, again, I'm not saying that's etched in stone. We're going to figure it out.